Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, kindly subscribe and karibu sana. So today I'm gonna share a sad story, a sad true story. Yeah, so um, it's now like 2 years since I lost my mother. She rested in 2020 December. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to share this story without shedding a tear. That is why I've carried my handkerchief just in case. But guys, God has been so faithful. Yeah, I just, it's not easy. It is not easy at all to like lose a loved one. It's not easy to live life, continue living without this person. It is not easy. It only takes the grace of God to like manage or maneuver or just live with it. Yeah. So for the new subscribers, my name is Favor, and you're welcome to subscribe to my YouTube, to my channel, and I know God will bless you. Yeah. So my mother was so sick. I remember uh, that week before now she rested. So like it was the Christmas week. Every one of us, all her children were at home. We thank God for that because we were there for her. Yeah. So that day, that week, Christmas week, because she rested on 31st. So on 25th, we were there having Christmas. Like everyone is happy. She was so happy. Though she was not eating well. I don't know. I think alikuwa tu anaenda sasa like anatuacha. And on Wednesday, on 30th, Wednesday 2020, my mother got so sick and we had to rush her to the hospital and akatibiwa, and then I remember it was me and my brother, yeah, my two brothers, we were at the hospital with her. And after she was like kupewa dawa, she's been treated, we went back home at around, I think it was 10:30. Yeah, I was so tired, so tukampeleka akenda kulala, and then I went back to bed. So in the morning, my dad was knocking on our bedroom, asking, telling us, oh, your mother is not like breathing so well. She's not okay. I don't think she's okay. So my sister was the one who woke up first, and because I was so tired from yesterday, like hiyo kushinda kwa hospitali, I decided let me sleep kidogo and then I go check on my mother. So my mother and my sister went, checked on her. She was okay, and then I woke up. I went and checked on her, said hi to her. That is the same day she passed. Who knew like that would be the last time I'm saying hi to my mother? Oh God. It has never been easy. So I went and checked on her, and I said hi, good morning, and she replied. Then as I was taking my breakfast, my big sister called me and called home, and she was like, how is mother doing? How she's doing? Is she okay? How was the treatment yesterday? And because it was me who was with her, I had to take the call to answer my sister and just tell her how the treatment was. Yeah, what she was told. So as I was talking to her, I went to my mother's bedroom. Guys, my mother was breathing her last. So I went and saw her, and what I saw was not my mother. Like, she was struggling, like, not struggling, like, she was just going. I just screamed and called my dad. I called my sister and told them, just come and see my mother, because now she's not okay. She's not okay at all. So I told my sister on the phone, let me call you later. Let me call you later. And then I threw the phone away and helped my mother. So as I held my mother, like for her to breathe well. I think that is the last thing. Like, I think she was just waiting for someone to just say goodbye. Oh, it is not easy to tell this story, but again, I know this is not something someone can tell you. You can never be prepared to lose a loved one. You can never be prepared at all. If only we could be prepared by God or or people. I don't know. Yeah, so my sister started screaming. Like, she didn't even manage to come to see my mother. She just lo- lost it. Like, she started screaming, and all of a sudden, people are so many. Like, everyone, like, there's a crowd at home. People have come to mourn with us. Everyone is screaming, you know. Now I'm confused. I do not know, like, what is happening, you know. Is my mother really dead, or are we just, like, are we concluding, tunajijazia kuwa amekufa, maybe hajakufa, maybe she needs our attention, we need to rush her to the hospital. So the men who came, our neighbors now, were like telling us, you know, your mother is not dead, you know, we need to rush her to the hospital because now she needs oxygen, you know. No, I think they were just telling us so that we can stop screaming or crying. So luckily there was a car at home, there was a vehicle at home, and we had to rush my mother to the hospital. By the time we arrived at the hospital, the doctors were so ready to receive her, and when they checked her heartbeat, we didn't even manage to hata kwenda hapo kwa nini, what is it called, emergency ati casualty. No, hapo tu kwa entrance ya casualty, the doctors were so ready with the, is it stethoscope or something? I don't know. So one of them, one of the nurses came. Sorry, one of the nurses came and checked on my mother because she was now lying. Excuse me, guys. She was just lying there. After she was checked, the nurse was like, and I was just there seated, like I'm waiting for the nurse to say, she's okay, she has a pulse, you know. Oh, so she hurried and called now the main doctor. Now the doctor came. They are not even trying to like take my mother to the emergency or the casualty so that they can do maybe, I don't know, first aid, you know. So the main doctor came and checked on my mother, and she was like, the doctor was a man. Yeah, he just nodded, he just did this, and was like, we're sorry, we've lost her. Hey, what? I didn't believe what I heard. I just told the doctor, are you sure? No, have you checked it so well? Have you checked her pulse? Are you sure my mother is normal? You know, and I'm there screaming, crying. I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. Oh, we've never seen, like, no one in my family. We've never lost anyone, so this is the first case we experiencing. Guys, losing a loved one is not easy at all. It is not easy to take it. It is not easy. No one will should tell you like you can. It's something you can live with. Yes, you can live with it, but again, it is not easy to take it. So we had to take my mother to the mortuary. Guys, it was my first time to go to the mortuary. I've never been to a morgue, never in my life. So I had to make sure my mother is well, as in she's amepelekwa place poor. Because you know many stories about the morgues, you know. I don't know. What I heard since I was young was like, you know, people are just thrown out there. Like, I don't know if it is true. So with that perception of the morgue, I just wanted to know, to see, and to make sure my mother is okay wherever she's being laid. So I took her to the mall. She was done hizo vitu zote zikafanywa, and then she was put on the kwa hiyo whatever the resting place. So now going back home, reality ish guys. So I went back home, and because now we were so many, like people have had the sad story, the sad news, and everyone now is coming home to mourn with us. As soon as I arrived home, I saw so many people. People are wailing, people are crying, people are screaming. You know, I'm just there, confused. I don't know where to go. As I entered our home, seeing the position my mother used to love to sit, she's no more. Like, I even shouted, "Mother!" But no one was there to respond. That is the time you remember you've left your mother at a morgue, and she's not gonna come back. She's not gonna say hi, or she's not gonna talk to you again. That morning was the last time you saw her alive. So people were so many at home, and they were like, "Sorry, this is something that happens. We understand." What do you understand if you've never lost someone? If you've never lost someone, why should you tell someone you understand? What do you really understand? You don't know the pain we feel inside. You don't know how it feels to lose a parent. You don't know. But anyway, people will always tell you things. People will always say things without even considering, or without thinking that it hurts. I'd rather you just be quiet and cry with them than to just tell people like you understand. What do you understand? You don't understand at all, especially if you've never lost someone. You don't understand nothing. Yeah. So now we started doing the preparations, funeral preparations. People now are starting to come, relatives. Eh. And I think that day we cried mpaka ikatutosha. Unalia, unasahau kidogo kidogo, wageni wanakuja, you remember you've lost someone, you cry again until you get used to crying. Until now you're okay now, you've released the pain, yani umetoa ile uchungu yenye unakuwa uko nayo. So every time visitors could come, wanakuja wanaanza kulia, hata sisi tena tunaanza kulia, because of course ukiona mtu akilia tu, you just find yourself crying, because now this is someone you love, this is someone you've grown seeing. She's no more. This is your mother. Anyway, now my mother passed on Thursday. That was on 31st. Guys, when people were celebrating that tunavuka ati tunaenda fast, as we were mourning, we were like, we don't even want to even celebrate. Why should we celebrate? We are crying. Our mother is no more. We can't see our mother again. People are out there shouting. In Mefika saa sita usiku, people are shouting, "Oh, it's a new year." For us, it wasn't. Okay, fine, it was a new year, but we can't celebrate. We can't. How can you celebrate when you've lost a loved one? So we made the preparations, and now my mother rested on Thursday, 31st, and I remember on Wednesday, like after the coming week, on Wednesday, I just decided let us go and check on our mother, because now she's been out there. She's been at the MOOC. We don't know akwaje, At the end of the day, this is your loved one. This is someone alikuzaa. She gave back to you. She's your mother. She's your parent. And I, that day I just slept and I was like, I'm sleeping here in a comfort zone, like I'm so warm. Yet I know my mother is out there feeling so cold. I don't know if she's crying for help. You know, you have so many thoughts like your time you're not okay. You akili yako si yako, wewe tu unafikiria vitu. So I told my family, let's go check on Mother to just see if she's okay, you know. So yeah, we went and checked on her. She was just like she was okay and just yani alikuwa tu anakaa mtu amelala tu like ako tu poa. Hana zile mashida yenye ziko kwa hii dunia zimejaa, ako tu poa. Like she's at peace, you know. Fine, she was okay. Tukamrudisha kwa hiyo fridge ama inaitwaje hapo tu ndani. Then we went back home. Tumefanya preparation zote za funeral. Now the day now ya kuleta mwili, because for us our culture we have to like bring the body home, ilale home, so that tomorrow we can bury her. Yeah, that is our tribe. That is our culture, you know. So that day we took our mother from the mortuary, we went to church for a church service, and then we went back home. So mwili lazima like the body has to like ilali kwa nyumba. Yeah. So my mother akakuja home, akalala home, and then tomorrow we had to rest her to like kumzika. Yeah, to bury her. Yeah, so that day so many people are there, like everyone is okay. The speeches that were given, you promised so many things, like we'll be checking on you, we will be there for you, you know. They'll be there for you for that day alone. Hiyo siku tu, after a week, no one, not unless maybe your family, close family friend, close family member, but other people, that was just a yap, like they just talking and talking and talking, you know. They can't do that. No one will be there to like ati mnafuatiliwa ati mko poa ama ni people will just talk, people will talk and talk and talk, give you empty promises, yet they can't even do anything, you know. After tu mumezika mtu wenyu, munabaki pekenyu kama familia, like munajisort. Yeah, so that is it. And so we buried our mother, and people now started wanarudi makwao. You know, we were so used to like we have so many people, so many things are happening, mpaka you like akili yako ifikiri ati oh you lost your loved one, like you're just busy, you're talking, you have so many people at home, mpaka you don't even have time to think or to even cry because now you've lost someone. Now reality inakupiga siku yenye watu wameanza kutoka toka, sasa mnabaki pekenyu kama familia. Hey, we kai, that is the hardest thing. Like mnabaki tu pekenyu, unatafuta unaangalia place yenye your mother used to sit, she's no more. You see, you go to her bedroom, you see her bed, all you can see is her clothes and the image, your image tu yake, but in person she's no more. Why? Reality, it is so hard, it is so painful to lose someone, especially someone you really love. Oh God, it is so painful, but God is the one who comforts us, because we can't do it. By the way, if we say it's by our strength, we cannot take it, we cannot take it at all, because it is not easy. Yeah, so after people have left, now people have gone to their homes. Now you're starting now to think of going back to maybe your working place, because now that was the festive season. Now it's January, people have to go back to work, you know. Hey, You know, even that waiting for a call, like you're just waiting to see your mother calling you to see if maybe you traveled well, are you okay? You know, you'll never get that anymore. You'll never have that feeling like you feel loved by your mother or your loved one. Guys, it only takes the grace of God to like move on after you've lost someone, because life can never be the same again. Sometimes I just feel like talking to my mother. Sometimes I just feel like calling her. But you remember, she's no more. She's no more. Sometimes I'm so stressed that I just feel like talking to my mother, just to release the stress I have, or just to tell her I'm going through this and this. But I still remember she's no more. But I know she always watches over us from heaven, because I know she went to a good place. Yeah. So life, guys, life will never be the same again, especially when you lose a parent. And maybe you're so used to him or her. It can never be the same. It can never be the same. People say you can move on. Fine, you will move on, but at the end of the day, you still remember you don't have a mom or a dad. There are roles they play in your life. There are roles they play in which once she or he passes, or yeah, she dies, no one can take that role, you know? Yeah, so it is not easy at all, but it takes the grace of God. I thank God because it's been now 2 years and God has been faithful. God has been so faithful. Yani, God has been like a mother, like, you know, God has been comforting us as a family. He has really comforted me. And yeah, we still learning to be without her. We would say like, now we are okay. No, it can never be okay. Sometimes you see people with their mothers, you know. Sometimes you see people with their dads, and you remember you don't have yours. Sometimes maybe there's this Mother's Day, you can't even celebrate Mother's Day because now you don't have a mother. That's the saddest reality. But we know this is the journey to go, you know. We are not here to stay. We are not here to stay. We are just travelers. Yeah. Our final destination is in heaven. So we have to like work our ways out so that we may get to heaven, because who wants to go to hell? No, no way. Yeah, so that's the saddest truth about losing someone you love, losing a loved one. And it only takes the grace of God to like to press on, not to move on. It only takes the grace of God to learn to press on. Yeah, and God is always faithful, guys. God is faithful. God is the only comforter. He's the only one. He's the only comforter who will comfort you day and night. Every time you sleep at night, you're crying and crying. God is our only comforter. Yeah, so sorry. Let's put our trust in God, and remember, losing someone you love is not easy. It's good to mourn. And no matter how long you will take to mourn them, it's good to mourn. It's good to release that, to release them. Let them rest, because God has a reason why he had to take them. But never tell anyone who is mourning at that time that God has a reason. Oh, no, 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 no. Just empathize with them. Do not sympathize. Yeah. And God is faithful and just to like help us come through it, come through the sadness, the ile kukua too confused. God is so faithful to just help us. Yeah. I can't believe it's now like 2 years. And I'm still telling the story to people and I still cry. I still cry, guys. It's good to cry. That is someone you loved. It's always good to cry. Eh? Cry inatoanga hiyo pain una feel inside and hauwezi lia tu mbele ya watu, Yeah. So for those who have lost their loved ones, just trust in God for comfort. Trust in God. Ni yeye tu, ni God tu ndo anaweza tusaidia, si wanadamu. Ni God tu, because God understands how it feels in our hearts. Deep inside, God understands how it feels. So let's put our trust in God and let's never like we blame God for anything. We just have to thank God because He knows. He knew why, Yeah. So let's trust in God and I hope all will be well. Yeah. All is gonna be well. I know. All is gonna be well. God is always there to help us, to make ways for us. So let's put our trust in God and not in men. Or yeah, let's not put our trust in men. So thank you guys, and if you are a new subscriber, karibu sana. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I know God will bless us all. For my followers, asanteni sana for the support, and God bless you. Bye bye.